Hey guys, welcome back to MB's Hamsters, and today I have a very special video for you guys. I'm going to be reacting to my Instagram followers' hamster cages. So I asked you guys on my Instagram at MB's Pets, and I asked you guys to send me photos of your hamster cages and some descriptions of what's in your cage, and I got a lot more people than I expected replying, so thanks a lot for that. And this video may be a little bit longer, I'm not sure yet, but I got quite a few people, so I am going to be showing that. So the first cage I have here is from Patch Hamster Care on Instagram, and they have a 450 square inch bin cage, and they are going to be upgrading to an IKEA detop very soon. I love when people use IKEA detops. They are my favorite hamster cage. So it is a little bit on the smaller size, but you are going to be upgrading to an IKEA detop pretty soon, so I'm not too worried about that. The floor space is 450 square inches, as I said. The wheel is 11 inches, which is great. That's an amazing size wheel, and especially for Syrians, 11 inches is a great size. I have a 10-inch wheel for my hamster, but that's just because I had a hard time finding an 11-inch wheel. So that's great that you found one. It looks like they have Carefresh for their bedding. I may be wrong, but they have a sand bath and a couple of fun things for their hamster. Something I would recommend, your cage looks awesome by the way, but something I would recommend, it's not big of a deal, but maybe just a little bit bigger of a sand bath. I know hamsters love using their sand baths, and you can add a house in your sand bath. But other than that, your cage looks great, and I'm sure your hamster will really like the IKEA detop you're gonna get for him. So, yeah, your hamster patch is really cute. The next cage that I have here is from the hamster called Muffin on Instagram, and they have a really nice cage. It is a 40-gallon breeder aquarium tank, which is a great size. That is the smallest tank that you can get, but it is a great size, and a lot of hamsters love 40-gallon breeders, so I'm sure your hamster really likes it. It has a 12-inch silent spinner, which is amazing. That's great. Hamsters, especially Syrian hamsters, need very big wheels, so 12 inches is great for a Syrian hamster. They have Aspen on the one side of the cage, and KT Clean and Cozy mixed with All Living Things bedding on the other side. And they have a lot of bedding, which is fantastic. It looks like they have a spider plant in there, which is great because I know hamsters love spider plants, so that is good. I'm pretty sure you have a sand bath in there. Yeah, it looks like you have a sand bath, so that's great. One thing I would maybe recommend is a water bottle with a slanted spout instead of straight down. And I know you can also use water bowls, which is great. Water bowls provide a good drinking angle for your hamster. And that is something I would probably recommend. But other than that, your cage is awesome, and I'm sure your hamster Muffin will really enjoy this. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that cage. This is from Cinnamon The Hammy on Instagram. They have a Savick Mickey 2XL cage, and it has 620 square inches of floor space, which is really good. This is a great barred cage for your hamster, and it is bigger than 450 square inches, so that's great. They use a mixture of natural, KT Clean and Cozy, and Carefresh right now, so that's really good. Paper-based bedding is always my favorite, and you can have it on one side of the cage where your hamster sleeps, and then Aspen is also a great bedding for hamsters as well. They have a Robo Hamster named Cinnamon, which is really cute. They have a 7-inch wheel, which is fantastic for a Roborowski. And yeah, your cage looks awesome. I don't know if there's a sand bath. There might be a sand bath in the back there. But I know Roborowskis especially need a pretty big sand bath. So if you would be able to upgrade your sand bath, that would be pretty good. But other than that, your cage looks very good, and I'm sure your hamster is very happy in there. This person actually sent me 2 of their hamster cages, which is great. This is from East Coast Hammy Boys, which they have 2 hamsters. The first cage they have is a 50-gallon tank, which is 600 square inches of floor space, so that is great. That's above the bare minimum. The bedding is a mix of Carefresh Natural and Aspen. And their hamster's name is Bellamy, which is really cute. She's a short-haired Syrian, and her wheel looks fairly big, so that is great. There's a lot of bedding in there, which is amazing for burrowing. I love this cage. I know you have a hanging toy, which is great. I know my hamster Angel loves hanging toys as well. It looks like they have moss in there, which makes a very nice natural cage theme. Added moss is great. And yeah, I don't have anything to correct with this cage. This cage looks amazing. You have some pine cones in there even, and I'm sure your hamster really loves it. So, and they sent me 2 pictures. So their second hamster is Aries. I'm so sorry if I pronounce anyone's name wrong, but Aries lives in a DIY bin cage, which is 608 square inches, which is above the bare minimum. He is a Russian Campbell's dwarf hamster, but you are thinking he might be a hybrid, which is most likely possible. He is most likely a hybrid hamster. The bedding is a mix of Carefresh, Color Creations blue bedding, and KT Clean and Cozy, which is great. The wheel looks to be 8 inches, which is good for a Russian Campbell's, and your cage looks very nice. I would recommend probably having a sand bath in there, but other than that, your cage looks great. You even have some oat sprays. So yeah, this cage is really nice. The next cage is sent to me by my Robo Hamster on Instagram, and they have a Roborowski hamster named Mr. Pancake, which is really cute. I love that name. And they have a 530 square inch bin cage that they got from Walmart. I love bin cages because they make such good habitats for hamsters, and they're very cheap, so you don't have to be spending a lot of money on your hamster cage. So bin cages are definitely one of my favorite cages. It looks like they have paper-based bedding in there, which is great. Again, hamsters love paper-based bedding. You have a bunch of DIY things in there, which is really great. You have a sand bath for your Roborowski, which I love. I love hamsters who have sand baths. That's great. And yeah, I think your cage looks pretty good. I don't know how much bedding you have in there, but I'm just gonna say this for all my viewers. Hamsters do need 6 inches of bedding, so if you don't have 6 inches of bedding for your hamster, then I would recommend upgrading it. But again, I can't see how much bedding you have, but I'm sure your hamster is very happy in this cage. It's very busy, which is great. I know Roboroskis especially need very busy cages that have a lot of things to do, and you have that. And it looks like you have the 6-inch wheel, so that is also great. So your cage looks fantastic. Good job on that, and yeah, I'm sure your hamster's happy in there. And here is one of my favorite cages that was sent to me. It is by Tofus Adventure on Instagram, and they have a 100 by 60 centimeter cage, which is great. That meets the bare minimum. They have a Syrian hamster named Tofu living in here. They have 30 centimeters of bedding, which is fantastic. I know hamsters love a lot of bedding, and that's great. They have a 42 centimeter wheel, which is good for Syrian hamsters. So, yeah, your hamster is adorable. You have Carefresh natural bedding, and I know you have moss in there, which moss makes a very nice natural looking cage. You have a nice big sand bath, and I don't really have anything to add to this cage. This cage looks very nice and I really like it, so good job on that. The next cage I have in here is from Hazelnut The Hamster, and they have a Roboroski hamster. Robos are adorable. I love Robos. Their cage is 362 square inches. The wheel is 6 inches, and they have a sand bath in there, and they actually have homemade bedding, which is really cool. I would advise upgrading your cage just because it is under the bare minimum. In the US and Canada right now, it's 450 square inches. So I would advise upgrading. But other than that, your cage looks really good. So yeah, that's really good. You may also need to add a couple more toys in there, but other than that, your cage looks really good. So I would advise upgrading, but your hamster is adorable. This is by from Daily Hamster Dose on Instagram, and they have an IKEA D-top, which again, I love IKEA D-tops. They're great hamster cages. They have a Syrian hamster. They have an IKEA D-top hamster cage, which is great. I love IKEA D-tops for hamsters. It looks like they have a lot of bedding in the corner, which is great. They have a Syrian hamster, and it looks like they have a 10 or 11 inch wheel in there. They have cork logs, which is great. If I could get cork logs, I would. Right now, I can't seem to find them anywhere, but if I did find cork logs, I definitely love cork logs in hamster cages. And yeah, your hamster cage looks awesome. You have a nice sand bath underneath the wheel, it looks like, and a bunch of chews. So yeah, I think your cage looks very nice, and yeah, there's one more cage. This is by Peanut the Hamster 11 on Instagram, who is one of my best friends. She has a dwarf hamster named Peanut. Let's take a look at her cage. She has a very large bin cage from Walmart. I'm not really sure how big the bin cage is, but I know it is around 700, 800 square inches, which is great. It is above the bare minimum. She has quite a bit of bedding in there. She has a sand bath and a 6-inch silent spinner. So that is great. I'm pretty sure Peanut's very happy in there. Something I would recommend, since you do have a Russian Campbell's, would be slightly upgrading the wheel, maybe if you see your hamster's back arching, just because I know a lot of Russian Campbells are too big for a 6-inch wheel. I know quite a few though can still fit in it. It's just a lot need an 8-inch wheel. So maybe just double check to see if your hamster fits in her wheel. But other than that, your cage is awesome as well, and that's great. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you to everyone who sent me their cages on Instagram. It really helped make this video possible, and I'll see you guys soon. Sorry if I rambled a little bit in this video. It's just everyone's cage is so awesome. So yeah guys, I'll see you guys soon. Bye guys!